everybody, welcome to my channel. So I've had a few questions over the new year about Harry and the memoir and everything around that, and William. I've also noticed today that Harry's dropped his interviews with, well, trailers for the interviews with Tom Bradby and Anderson Cooper. So I thought we'd look into Harry's relationship with William and if there is going to be any kind of truth bombs that he likes to say in these interviews. So we're going to do some digging and find out with that and see what we can find out from there. But before I begin, I have noticed we have had some new subscribers. So welcome. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. For everyone who's been around for a while, thank you for your support, and to the emotional support Coven, thank you so much, guys. You guys rock. Thank you. So we're going to look into this and see if we can get what the energy around the interviews, around the book, see what Harry's gripes are. So I'm going to use for Harry the the Garbage Pail Kids deck. Now this is I find it good for picking up the energy for Harry. I don't know why. Anyway. What's Harry wanting to do with these interviews? Is there reconciliation? Okay, so at the heart of this interview, he wants to show that there is a heartbreak and he's been wounded. And all he's been doing is being able to look forward and try. But what's really going on here? What's kind of kicking around here? The Six of Wands. What's wounding for him is this fall from glory, this fall from grace. He doesn't like that his popularity's down. He's not used to it. He can't tolerate it. And yeah, this is what's really bothering him. He doesn't like the fact that he's not popular anymore. So he has to attack, allegedly, everyone around him because it's a lot of cope. The Nine of Coins is what's known about the situation. He is going to be complaining a lot. And he's going to be like going towards the Buckingham Palace, the royal family. And he's just basically going to be going after those who seem to have wealth and status still. But he's trying to create something. What's he trying to create underneath? He's trying to create a narrative for Megxit with the Six of Swords moving on. He's going to try and say, like, why I've done this is because I moved forward. I've had this journey. You guys forced my hand. And this is what he's really trying to get at in this interview. None of this is his fault. He just wanted to be in the royal family, allegedly. This is what he wants to come across in the interview, guys. This isn't what he is going to come across. What's leaving the situation? Okay, so coming into this interview, we have the Five of Swords. So straight away, yeah, I would not say this is a reliable thing. I don't necessarily think, allegedly, that this is going to be something that people are going to believe. The Five of Swords, the sleight of hand, things are never quite what they seem. They say they distanced themselves, for example, from the Netflix documentary, yet they were executive producers. They say they distanced them. They say they've done this kind of, it looks old, this package that they've done with the interviews, and really they just inserted clips of themselves into it and introduced them. And it's all very disingenuous. It tries to make out like, and it looks like that they've done things that maybe they haven't. The book is memoir, is ghostwritten. I know a lot of celebrities do that, but still, none of this is kind of like them. The King of Swords in reverse. What he's going to get out of this interview isn't necessarily what he wants. With the King of Swords in reverse, they're trying to create a narrative for Mexit which doesn't make them look like they scarpered. They're going to say like they've been rejected by royalty, and I feel like this is them strategizing to try and not get their titles taken away. They're trying to garner public sympathy. They're trying to say, look, if you take it away, a big portion of the public is going to kind of just say, oh, but you shouldn't have, they didn't feel safe. And this is them really trying to do that. With the King of Swords is very disruptive when it's in the negative. This person is going to be, it could be somebody, or it can be an energy around a situation where there isn't, it's deceit, it's lies. There is allegedly, and I'm not saying Harry's doing this, but there is like this with the King of Swords in reverse. It can mean criminal stuff. So I would say that there's a deceitful energy here, and people are kind of aware of it. So I think he doesn't realize that people can see straight through this. This is what he wants. This is the narrative that he wants to do. And this is what we've got. What's on his mind? Yeah, he's wanting, this is something where he wants to rebrand and say, look, we've got the Four of Wands there. He wants everyone to focus on how wonderful they were at the wedding, how wonderful his marriage was. He's really trying to do that. And what's surrounding him is stress. He wants everyone to think how wonderful it is over in California, how everything is, but actually what is surrounding him, what is forcing him is stress. I wonder what that stress is about. We are going to hear about the kids coming up and how we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Strategy, strategy, strategy here. Now, Queen of Swords comes up a lot for readings on Harry, and I'm feeling like we're going to be getting maybe an Oprah moment coming up. With it in reverse, it's not going to land right, it's not going to be right. With the sun there, the sun can mean children and abundance, and this is something that he very much wants to bring through and very much wants to get out of this interview. He wants to focus on that, but we've got the Queen of Swords, so there's this more disruptive energy. There's this energy that says, look, let's plan, let's strategize, let's try and do things, but people can't, what they're failing to understand, it doesn't matter how much money or how much sentiment or how much accusations or anything, if you just, they don't understand that this is not going to work in the long time, because they're both in, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are both in reverse. So people are going to see it as a cruel twist of a narrative, like that it's a long-term strategy, but they are still going to keep going and going at the royal family, I feel, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Now let's see what Prince William thinks of all of this. Now I'm going to use a different tarot deck I haven't used before on this channel, and it's the Star Tarot. He's concerned for his brother. The Hermit is a Virgo, Harry is Virgo. He thinks he is concerned for his brother within all of this. We shall see what he is thinking around here. There's the Four of Cups there, and there's a sense of regret. He thinks that Harry isn't looking at the good. He is focusing on the minute details of the bad. He thinks he's being now, I don't mean regret that Prince William has done anything wrong, because we haven't pulled out any more cards. This sense to me is he regrets his brother's relationships broken down. and he thinks that the Four of Cups to me is like the toddler tantrum. You've got all this good stuff in front of you, and you can't accept a gift from someone for emotional reasons. So it does feel like he thinks he's being immature. What's known about the situation? I would say that everyone knows, and William well knows, that they come as a pair. And William's very aware that there's this union between Meghan and Harry, and yeah, he knows it's not just him in the mix and doing all this stuff. He thinks it's because they're so kind of like interjoined with each other. What's underneath the situation? Eight of Cups in reverse. No, it's the Three of Cups in reverse. He thinks, now it's interesting how William thinks this is kind of just all noise, gossip, the Three of Cups in reverse. This is like some very good like indicators of emotion here. He feels like it's just gossipy and bad blood and resentment there with the Three of Cups in reverse. People playing on each other's emotions. Tie that in with the Lovers there, and you kind of get the picture of what he thinks. So what's leaving the situation coming up to this? It's the Monarchy, and with the Hierophant there, William's just felt kind of like, well, he's going to kind of just keep going and following his destiny, I feel. And he really isn't going to kind of like give in to it in a way. I think there's it's not necessarily leading the situation, it's leading up to the situation, and that's what his focus was on. So he really just focuses on his family, focuses on the institution. And I think with this leading into here, that Harry's, it's not dismissing what they're saying, they just think this is just gossip. Six of Swords. Okay, we've got the Six of Swords underneath for Harry and Six of Swords there. I feel like they've said we were made to walk away and it was all shiny. I feel like there might be a more kind of, you are staying away coming out of this. There may be a more, you can't do anything more, you are done. There may be more blockages within their travel back to the UK, definitely. So I mean, this is 3 to 6 months. That would cover the coronation now, because January, we're in January the 2nd, so we're looking at, yeah, May coronation. So yeah, okay. The Knight of Wands there, he thinks he's just, right, okay. So he is annoyed by it, I would say. I would say this has frustrated him. We know the answer to why it's frustrated him, and it is something he does feel angry about, that his brother's doing this to him. What's surrounding him? Balance in reverse. Okay, so he thinks with this whole situation, he is annoyed by it. He feels very frustrated by it. He feels like he's getting painted into a corner. I don't think necessarily, though, he's gonna come out and do anything. The Four of Pentacles there, it's loss of control. He's concerned about losing control of of this situation, and the 8 of Pentacles there. So I think William's frustrated with his brother. I think there is going to be some actions against Harry from this. I feel like we're looking in towards the time of the coronation where something's going to necessarily be released. I would say maybe even after the coronation, because you've got the 6 months mark there. I don't feel like anyone's going to be traveling to see anyone. The Knight of Wands and Temperance in reverse. So the Knight of Wands is his frustrations. The Temperance in reverse, I feel like this is maybe could be the press. And William's also got a very kind of like different relationship with the press, which is understandable because of the death of his mother. But there's this frustration there because I don't think at all he's been able to kind of brief the press these stories. So he's just kind of like, why is he using this? Why is he saying we do this? He knows we don't do this. So he's frustrated at that. Definitely, that's definite. With the Lovers there and the 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, his concern is his brother, but he knows they come as a package, definitely. And when we see the 8 of Pentacles in the future there, we see that he's just gonna, I really believe that there may be some points now where he's feeling really kind of with it all. There's emotions there that shows that he cared about his brother, but he's also very angry. And I feel like he's just going to go back into that Hierophant energy, back into the 8 of Pentacles there, and focus on his work. With the 6 of Swords there, yeah, I don't see how they're going to have a reconciliation. I feel like trust has gone. Definitely with the 3 of Cups, if he thinks they're just gossiping. So yeah, and feeding into gossip. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything you would like to say about the cards, anything you'd like to take away from the cards. If there's any readings you want me to do, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you guys' time. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye, everyone.